this many months ago, maybe a year or so ago, and there's been some updates to it. So we're going to give it another go here. We got the elders talking to us. Hardship we've endured. Onbu is the creature that we are living on the back of. Let's just pass through this. He's sleeping, which is fine. And you can rename Onbu to whatever you want. We're just doing a normal story mode. Let's just roll right through here. So let's just pause it real quick here. Let's give a big overview of the game. So you zoom all the way out. This is your map, basically. You don't get to choose where you go until you do some research where you can tell Onbu where to go. And you can eventually send out search parties. Right now in the beginning, there's nothing to do in a sense. Distance traveled, 0 kilometers. Then you zoom in one level, or you can click up here. You zoom in one level. Zoom in one level. Now you're getting the Onbu view, and this is where you can do things with him or for him. Doctor, food, telling him to sleep, etc., etc. That's how you control him, in a sense, control him. And you zoom in one level closer, and then all the way to the floor level. I love these graphics. These are, I don't remember what game there was that had graphics like this, but look at that. Isn't that so cool? Like, it's very basic, but it's very cool. And the one thing you can't do, which I've already submitted my survey, is you can't rotate the camera. You can pan it. You can zoom in and out. You can't pan it up and down. You can just do this or zoom in. That's it. You can't rotate it, which I understand is supposed to be this type of view. You always have this type of like isometric downward view, similar to Factorio, I guess you would consider it like that, where you don't spin the camera around. But here you also don't spin buildings around. At least the buildings that I've found so far, you can't spin them around. So let's take a look at where we're at. We have some big tree trunks here. These are mined, it says this for having a sawmill. Same thing with big rock boulders for quarries. Here are spines that are on his back, but you don't really want to harvest them because it upsets him. You have little patches of rock here. You have clay. Clay's a new thing since I played last, I believe. And then you have little things like berry bushes, and you have more clay, and you have trees to cut down, and then there's more berry bushes. Because in the beginning of the game, this is all you have. Once you start unlocking technology, then you can obviously unlock more things. This here at the top of the screen is very simple. Challenges are just to survive. This is your food summary. You have your housing population. Total people housing is 0, which is why these people have an icon saying that they want somewhere to sleep. They're employed, idle, and then they're free workers. So employed means they have a job, but they have nothing to do. Free workers mean they don't have a job, and they're basically builders, haulers, etc. Here you have your resource window, which this is just under all. We have some berries. We have some tools. Tools are used to build certain things, especially in the beginning. You can see they're gathering camps, right? And upgrade buildings. And here you start with a little bit of wood, so you can start, doing things, of course. We start off with, these are the supplies we have because we don't know where to put them. If you click on something, it tells you what it is. If you click on resources. If you click on a tree, it tells you the resources. If you click on a bush, for example, it tells you what the resource is and how long, how many there are per. And the dots here are just the level of quality. This can be considered raw. It can be refined or cooked, which gives you a different level. And then up here, you can just filter it out, but I like to keep it on all. And then here you have your villager happiness. Happiness is 6. Minimum happiness to attract nomads is 5. Nomads are here. So that means as you walk through the world with Onbu, you get people that want to join you. That's the only, you don't grow people, you don't have their own babies, you just find people wandering and you accept them or not. You don't have to accept them. So you want to keep your happiness always above your minimum happiness, of course, or you won't, your people won't be happy. And here we already have a -1 happiness because we have no housing, basically. Here is just our Onbu's metabolism, heart rate. Like right now, he's not doing anything because we're just kind of sitting here. Here, this is your how you click the views very quickly, and then that's that. And then over here is just your temperature, your humidity, your Onbu's, what he's doing right now. He's laying down, so no toxicity, how the quality is. These are your speeds, of course. Here is Onbu's poison level, his food, and this is his sleepiness. Or her, I guess, but I think it's looked at as being a male thing. So we're going to go with that. And it's sleeping. It sleeps for a while, by the way. Over here you have some encyclopedias, and you just have your settings and whatnot. So First things first, we have down here, we have our building menu. Harvest tool, priority tool, disable tool, deconstruct. This is just your thing to make it pop up and down. This is going to be repair tool, research tree, which right now there's nothing to research because we have no research building. But if you look at the tree, it's actually pretty big. If you can look at it in phases, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 phases. You're basically how to do some of the stuff with Onbus right away. You have landscaping to get your happiness up, and you have farms, air wells, etc., etc., etc. Different hut types, whatnot. And then down here, you basically have your village. You have storage buildings, food buildings, raw resource buildings as far as them doing something. These are ones, if they have this icon, it means that you don't have enough resources to build one of those currently. It tells you there as well. And here we have refined resources, non-food, Onbu, poison, exploration, and then we have none of these unlocked because we haven't researched them. So, first thing what I like to do is we got to get research going. We don't have enough, so we need to put some camps in. And then we need a wood cutting camp, which I think we're going to put that right here. And then we can let this play 2x. And then you assign workers even before they're built, which is fine. Keep that priority high. You got to gather clay, and by looks of it, our clay is over here. Now, I like to put this right here, which we can. And you put the priority up. You do 3 here because you need a lot of clay, basically. And we are encompassing, just tell us, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even though we don't have this one up here, it doesn't matter. It's fine. All right, and now the next thing we got to do is we got to get a mining camp for some stone. Now, I wish you wouldn't be as crazy. So mining camp, I think we're going to put, honestly, down here. Now, these are very, very spread out, and that may really take care of all the workers we have, which it very well could. So these things are very, very spread out. I think, what we're going to do, the lumber camp, I think I want to actually not put that here. I want to start building over in this area, even though we don't have a lot of green space. Green space is more green space up here. The mining camps, you can move once they're built. So I think for now, because I don't want to, that's the thing. They're pretty far. You know what we're going to do? Let's put this back to where it was. I want to clear out this area. Put it back wherever it was. Oh, yeah, okay. Wish this wasn't right here. Wish this was like over here, but what are you going to do? There we go. Okay. Now, let's just let these guys do their thing. Do we have any storage? We have material storage, which is fine. I think we want to do, we got to think. Farms and stuff need green space. Your growing herbs, your farms, etc. need green space. We don't have any of that, any farming yet, obviously. Tents are housing. So the housing can go literally anywhere. It doesn't have to be on green space. So what we want to do is you want to build 5 housing. Each tent can house 2 villagers. We have a population of 10, so this will be perfectly fine. And we want to start putting in some roads. Let's just put some roads, maybe some roads all the way across to where the wood camp is. And then, again, if you zoom out too far, you end up kind of screwing yourself over here. And what we'll do is we'll put a couple roads up through here, because they do travel faster on roads. That's the idea of why you want to have roads. And then what we can do is we can put a road up to here, and then just connect it like that. Okay, good. So they have a lot to do. So let's just speed this up to 4. Down in the bottom left here, it tells you kind of where you're at based on milestone. Wood cutting camp constructed. But what you got to do, hold on, where's the camp? What you got to do is you need to spell out where you want to harvest the resources. Now, not exactly. They will cut down what's in range. But if you want certain things cut down, that's where you have to do the harvest tool or the harvest thing. And you can move these for free. You don't have to just deconstruct them, you just move them for free. So this is here, more efficient, durability lowest, because that's kind of irrelevant. In a range of 47 trees, or 47 units, I guess you would look at it. So you don't have to designate what you want cut. They'll cut what is in range. Excuse me. Same thing with the mining camp. They will collect what is in range, and rehab basically encompassed. What is this, by the way? Strange rubble. Oh, we will. We'll get to that in a second here. So someone wants to talk to us. We have nomads. This is what they're going to ask. Oh, I clicked on the rubble. Excuse me. This is used for like end game stuff, but you do it as you go. They don't know about this. The elders are talking. These are the ones who usually talk to you. And they're like, oh, what should we do? What should we do? I'm going to leave it alone for now. I'm not going to bother with it yet, because we don't need to bother with it yet. Now, do we have any gathering, a berry gatherer? We have some berries here. Not very many. I don't want to disturb these things. I could put the berry gatherer up here, I think, would be probably pretty good. Let's put the berry gatherer here. And to me, the berry gatherer eventually kind of becomes obsolete in a sense because you have other things. This is like this because we have no what? We have no resources available. We don't have any wood, so we're having to, well, obviously make wood. We don't make wood. We chop wood. But all the basic resources in the beginning go into your buildings. Like these tents take wood. Everything takes wood in the beginning. Things will start taking clay. The clay camp as well. Now, rain is good. Oh, Onbu woke up. You can see him moving around. Clay is good, or water is good, because it raises humidity and makes your clay grow back or recover faster. Onbu walks, as you can see. Let's go back to this. And we're going to be out of the rain cloud. Whoop, out of the rain cloud in a bit. It's kind of following us because that's how rain works. It's good. So here's our first thing we're going to come across. Looks like it has been deserted. So let's go back here now. I was saying about the nomads. This will sit idle here. We want people. I'm going to click on that. You get 2 nomads. What that does mean, though, is what? We got to build a few more tents. Whoop, not that one. If you click like slightly off of where you want, it really screws things up. Now, here tells you your rain, which is fine. This tells you how many days you're going to get for more nomads. Now, as long as your happiness is above what you need, you'll keep getting people. You don't have to select them or accept them every time. You can just sit here and wait until you find scavengers that are out in the world. Then you have to make a decision or postpone it. Here, this is great as well. This helps. Well, you know what we have to do. As far as food, actually not there. Let's go into our happiness. Is there going to be something for? There's nothing in here for water, because you do need water, which that's under. Oh, we actually have to research that, so ignore that. We don't need water right away. This is good. We have the clay workers, 3 of this. We have 5 free workers, which those are the ones that are going to gather stuff for us. Those are the ones that are going to run for things for us. Berry gatherers, let's get 2 up here. And now you see here, in freezing temperatures, or torrid, which means drought, they don't produce as much. The growth rate is less. When it's in the green, that means you're in good condition. The berries are going to grow. Now, we don't have any berry seeds, or they would plant them. We just don't have them, so we can't. This says not enough resources available because these aren't. Actually, they are slightly grown. You can remove them completely or just harvest them. They're harvesting them. And you can zoom way in on these guys. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at that. And if you hover over a person, it tells you where they're going and what their job is. Their residency in a tent, their housing quality, their decoration total, which now it's 0. Their happiness is happy. Like, it'll tell you if they're not happy, of course. So we have to keep going and going and going. We need, we might need another wood cutting camp, because I want all this wood out of here. 38, 35, 41, 46, 42. Let's just go down to here. And then I'm going to jack this way up priority, add workers right away, and then we're going to connect this road up as well. Now, I like doing priority stuff sometimes. Let's slow this down a little bit. I like doing priority, right? Because I also want these paths priority to be done, you know? Because it makes sense to have paths done. And now you see they're building the paths. We don't have any external storage yet, which is why all the materials that they're harvesting are just going on the ground. So what we'll do is we can get a couple material storages, and we can dot them around. I think it makes sense to put one maybe here, and maybe to put one here. That way the berries can go in here, the clay can go in here, and then these obviously take wood. We have wood. Well, these don't have to be as priority. I want the roads done first, because the roads, if you look here, it says it doesn't give you like percentages for anything like this, but it tells you they move faster, which they do, and they'll want to take roads versus not taking roads, of course. And then down here, if you see that there's numbers by these things, that means that's how many you have. We could also start working on research. And while you can move certain buildings, I like to not have to move things too much. Eventually, we're going to take all this down. So I think for the research, we're going to put research... What's that noise? Oh, nothing. I'm actually going to put the research over here, which might be a little weird for you. We only have one member left, so guess what? We need to get nomads in. Now we'll have 3 extras after this, which is good. And then the tech tree, I don't think we can do the tech tree. You can't open it yet. Stone we're good on. Wood, we need a lot more wood, which is why we built a second wood camp, which is great for us. This will get built eventually. But right now, I have priority to do the roads, because I want the roads done first. How are we doing with housing, by the way? 14 out of 16, great. So we're perfectly fine with that. Let's speed this up. Can you speed it up with tab? No, I don't know how you speed it up other than clicking the button. Oh, I guess you could hit... Oh, 2 just speeds things up. Oh, okay, there you go. We could probably clear the rubble, honestly. Just why not? Let's just do it. When they're done doing everything else, basically. And I think I want to put a road here, too. Yeah, these guys will chop this down, because all this is high priority to do all of this stuff here, right? And then this one, of course. I want roads built before anything else gets done, because roads are important. Roads are very important, for sure. Okay. So the more like your free workers, in a sense. Oh, the abandoned camp. That's because we just passed this, right? So here's where you choose. You can choose to go up. This is desert. This is like grassland. You can't do anything yet, right? So Onbu will either go this way or he'll go this way. Preferably this way, but if he goes this will be desert. And while there are things like we don't have a scavenger, we don't have a lot of things because we're not anywhere near that yet, of course. So, but this was fine. All right, workers kind of get tired, of course. These guys are they're eating their berries. They have 54 berries. Now, as far as like your food, I wish there was. It has your total food. It has simple meals. We don't have any of this. It doesn't. It says it lasts until day 9. We're at day 6. So you obviously want this to increase. I wish there was a better breakdown, in my opinion, of the Elder's Notebook. We have nothing in here yet. Well, this is just your encyclopedia type thing, so we're gonna ignore that for now. I wish there was a better way to give you like percentages of surplus. I mean, yeah, you can just do it by looking at this. Total food 50, 51. So like we have as much food stored as we can, but not really. It's just kind of, I don't know how to explain this for 50 of 50 food. Daily consumption is 14. So we have enough for what, 3 days, 3.5 days. If this starts counting down, that's a bad thing. Nomads, yes, we want nomads. We always want nomads to be coming in, at least for now. Now, do we have enough? We actually have 16 of 16. We have 5 vacancies, or 5 non-workers, and that's what you want. Because we're going to be putting, what is the problem here? Well, they're also trying to build, there we go. This should build, and we'll have, because these certain buildings need full staff to do anything. So 3 will get worked here. There you go. This will knock down to 2. Research tree. So off the bat, you can only research what's highlighted, obviously. So first thing research is going to be your air well. Air well extracts water from the air, which is why you want it to be in like a humid or rainy environment. No water is produced in the deserts, which is what's bad. Now your research time is based on how many research huts you have. This is 12 hours, like in-game hours. The size, the research cost, the build cost. So not a big deal. But this is the first thing we need. It'll ask you, yes. So we have enough resources for it. And since this is going pretty fast, the research is actually this. It says not fully staffed now. Do you see how fast it's going? Because we're at 4x speed in a sense. Or are we excavating it? Oh, see, now here's another thing. I'm going to pause it. When you see things like mushrooms pop up, you want to harvest these things. And you want to go to here. You want to harvest crops. This. So these are considered crops. You want to research, or not research, you want to harvest all of the mushrooms. They don't really go, well, do they go bad in the storage? I don't think they go bad in the storage. But you want to harvest stuff like that. And I don't want to look up here too much because I don't really want to get that far away from where we are. Yeah, we're fine. Let's just do that. And then these will be harvested at some point. Now, the map does not grow. It doesn't get any bigger. Once these big things are depleted, they're depleted, basically how it works. Now, as technology goes along, you research things to get better stone, etc., and all that stuff. So, we are doing research. When this research finishes, which will be very soon, these 3 people will come and step outside. Let's watch them. They're going to come step outside because there's nothing for them to do. This means that they have nothing to do. This means that there's not enough resources in range, basically. So you kind of always want to keep research going. Now, Onbu is tired. The problem is that we can't do anything about that. We can't make him do anything because we don't have a hornblower. So he'll sleep when he wants to sleep. I really would hope he sleeps now. Oh, see, we're going north. We're going to encompass some more mushrooms, which he'll eat there. He can sleep anywhere, but having furry areas are better, which we don't have any of those here. So the issue now, in a sense, is that we have research. Let's just go back to research, by the way. The next thing we have to research is either water tank, which we don't have enough water for. We're not going to get any water because we're in an arid climate. We want this to store. And by the way, you need a lot of water. A lot of water, by the way. A lot. Farm we can do. And that's a good thing to start to do next. And we have 10, 10, and 10. And we have plenty of resources. Now, you may think like you have tons of resources and you don't have to worry about it. No, trust me. You will need a lot of things. Let's just keep building some huts in here. Do we have any material storage built yet? Not yet, because they're still building the roads. Let's get at least one built here, because I don't... And then down here, look, these are mushrooms too. These aren't fully harvested yet. Or ready, I should say, but they're getting there. Material storage construction. Awesome. That's this one. So now what's going to happen is all of our idle workers, as you can see, they're going to come and collect stuff from these places and dump them in here. Research is done. So, I'd like to do the water tank, but we're not going to get any water because it's desert. Landscaping is good, but it needs water. Hornblower is good because you can somewhat tell Onbu where to go. Kind of. Kind of. Pantries are good because it stores food for villagers. We don't have any farms yet. A flop house is something that I understand it, why you want to put it, because it's one building for 30 people. But the quality is one quality, 30 beds, decorations, poison resistance is negative 40%. Research, so it's good, like, to just build it. Makeshift housing, inhabitants are more susceptible to poison. So if you look here, so it's quality 1, beds 30, max decorations are 3, right? So if you go here, quality is still 1, beds are 2, max decorations 3. So poison resistance, excuse me, is 10%. This costs 15 wood to build. This costs only 3 times as much, plus a bunch of clay, but it has 30 inhabitants. So you know what? It might be good in the beginning to do that just to get it done, just to build it. Then we don't have to worry about housing, because housing is a big pain in the butt, at least for now. So let's do that. Perfect. Now what we can do is we can go in here and we can do an air well, but we don't have a place to produce water at. So we're just going to stick it. We'll stick it right here. It'll build this as it needs to build it. Farms, again, we want to do farming up where there's green space. But first, I really want to get all of this out of here. I want to get all of this high priority. Get rid of all of this, all of it, high priority, because they'll work on that, like the people who don't have jobs, in a sense. We're gonna get more nomads in, of course. I want all of this out of here because I want to build my farms here. And I can start putting my farms down. That you can do. And then your plots you can't do anything with. We're going to leave this sit for a little bit. Eventually we'll have workers go there, but we're just going to wait for that because I want all this to be taken care of first. This needs to be built right now. We still have roads being built. You know, it's funny because sometimes the pathing, what we get, flop house research, great. Now, can we build a flop house? I want to build this just out of the way. Like, just out of the way of everything. Let's just put it, let's put it here. This will be low priority. And the thing is with the priority stuff, sometimes it changes. Like, why is this now? I think it changes based on if you have other things under it. Like all this, right? All of this, like the priority is not high now, but I want this priority to all be high. There. Now, what I do want to do, though, is I want to disable these tents. I don't want these tents to be built. Because I want to eventually... You get resources back, by the way. Well, if you cancel it or whatever, you know what I mean. Because right now we have 4 uninhabited... No, we're kind of, lacking people, but like housing. But this is fun. This is going to stay low priority for sure. More mushrooms are coming in. There's no research. Why are we not doing any research? Research. We could do pantry. We could do a horn blower. We could do landscaping. We can't do landscaping. We could do a water tank. We can't do a water tank because you don't have water, of course. So I guess the next thing would be to do a pantry. Let it go. Because you always want to be doing ABR, right? Always be researching. And we're literally just starting to get into this area. Why is he standing still? Is he sleeping? Oh, he's sleeping. So, yeah, that's why airwell here. Like, we're not in arid, but it's not very nice temperatures, I guess, if you'd say that. Is this priority up? I have everything is like high priority right now, which is why it's kind of taking forever to do. But you just gotta, let it do its thing, right? Now, because we have so much wood, I can actually knock a couple of these people down because I want to get a bit more people. Research is done. Research goes pretty quick. So right now our farms don't plant any. Well, they can plant beets. Corn plantation is good. Cactus plantation is really good because these grow in the desert, and then you get water from them. Spoiler. This building here, red flag, it just means there's something wrong. And what's wrong is that I think we don't have enough clay. Because we're in more of an arid area, well, I should say not arid, normal humidity, whatever. The clay's not... Where's the clay? Well, actually, maybe we need more workers. We have a lot of clay here. Because it replenishes, right? This right now it says 60% growth. It's a little bit arid, so if it'd be damp, it'd grow a lot quicker. But it's obviously not growing a lot quicker. 2 nomads. Yeah, we're going to keep taking people in. 100%. I want more research. Now we got to think about what makes sense here. I think we got to start doing hornblower. And I don't want to blow all my resources. I'm not going to build a pantry yet. I'm just going to hold off on some of this stuff. We have a lot of workers that have no job, which is exactly what I want. Now, dirt roads just don't cost anything because they're just dirt. I want all this stuff to be done before anything else gets done. And stone we're fine on. Now, you can come in here and you can select what you want in here or what you don't want in here. But the limit is still 75 per item, per thing, I guess you would say. More research. All right, Onbu woke up. So here we want to do a little bit of stuff. Now, we don't have... Well, we can't do this because we don't have any mushrooms yet. Discipline allows you to make choices. Mycologist allows you to plant and grow mushroom, which is what you feed. So we want to do both of these. That way, if we want to try to tell Onbu where to go at the next intersection, we can at least try, I guess you would say. Try? I don't know. Onbu walks, which is fine. And now, mushrooms, if you remember mushrooms, they need to be grown in this dirt soil, I guess you call it. This is still doing fine here. Yeah, we still have tons of that. I want the air well to be built as well. Medium priority. I keep doing priority stuff. Here we go. Okay, so farm. What I want to do here is I want to harvest and remove these berries. I want all that done. Can I pick this stuff up? How do I pick this up? There. That's fine. Okay, so now as far as the... And I want yeah, this stuff to be picked. This stuff needs to be picked up. There we go. That's why you always want to have idle workers. So here what we're going to do is you can see we have beets, we have cactus. That's all we have right now. So beets are fine. We want to get 3 workers here. This just basically says there's no plot, and this means there's no resources, meaning there's no workers. We also have no water, so we have to get to that next. But we will add a plot, and we're just going to do the whole swatch of it here. It'll only let you do it where you can do it, by the way. So, which is fine. People will start working here, but there's no water. So, I guess because there's no water, This needs to be built right now. I don't want to waste resources. Here we go. So we need a lot more than just one of these, by the way. So we're going to build 3 of these because you need a lot of water, because water eventually is going to go into research, it's going to go into crops, etc., etc., etc. The flop house, let's get this built as well. That way we can delete these and keep on keep on moving. Okay, so are we planting anything? What's the problem here? I want these out of here. Oh, I want these gone. Cause like there's no benefit for them to be here right now. I want them out of here. These are beets. Beets are fine because beets won't get placed where there's other things. Got the farmers cranking away here again. We don't have any water, so these are gonna just kind of they're okay. I shouldn't say that. When it's arid, they'll use water to grow. As you see here, temperature and growth is good. When the here's our inventory. Sorry. So here we go. So I guess I'll remove what I said before. You need water to plant things. There you go. They'll grow, but you still need water to plant them, of course. And then what I want to do down here is let's go to harvest trees. Let's just get all of this out of here. All of these gone. I want all of these, just get rid of all of this stuff. Let's just move this over to here. Moving these huts don't do anything. Like there's no negative for it. Geez, there we go. Jeez Louise. Okay. This contains some fresh food for Onbu, because Onbu's hungry. But he is going to be eating right now. As you can see, we're in this, like, whatever you want to call this, mushroom field. Now, can we get the horn blower built? Actually, not the horn blower. Issue commands. Oh, this is a discipliner. So this is what we want to get made. These have to be placed typically on the top edge, the front edge, because it's near his head, or its head, I guess. So I want to put this right here. I got to put it where I don't have to chop down freaking tinket trees here. And this needs to be 100% top priority. I don't know if it'll do it though, because it's so far away, but that's okay. Right now, we have our happiness is actually dipping right now, which is bad. And the reason why is because they're hungry. We have like no food. That's the other problem we have. Now these are herbs. We can harvest herbs. Because as you progress through the game, oh, here we need to get, oh, we have people working here. And we need someone working in this one. There we go. Okay, so our crops are, rain is amazing, by the way, because it'll raise the humidity, like it's damp, which is good. It's extra good for collecting water. That also makes me want to now research, get away from this, research the, we can, well, that's going to be tricky. So we'll research that. We're halfway researched because we just need the water now, but it's okay. Yes, more people, more nomads. Okay, oh, here we go. Okay, so housing quality is 1, poison. Okay, this is good. How many are living in this, by the way? Does it tell you? I want to, everybody should be housed now. I want to get rid of all of these. So we're going to go here, deconstruct. You will get money back. I just don't want these here right now. These can be medium priority. And you do get resources back when you deconstruct them. See, you gain 15, and they cost what? They cost 15, so you get 100% back. Food management. I guess this is a food management. Your only window you have. Hungry 6, beets 8, and 8. Last food eaten, available total. We only have 20 to 20. Quality of food is low because we're not cooking anything. Variety is, well, 2 because we have berries and we have beets. That's it. This lasts until day 15, and we are at day 14. But I think what we're going to do, guys, is let's wrap it up here, this episode. I want to try to keep these around maybe 30 minutes. I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, please sincerely leave me a like as well as a comment. We much appreciate it. And if you're enjoying this series, this type of game, or any other game or playthrough on my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Costs nothing, would really help me out. And as always, I'll catch you guys next time.